the pandemic does not put away office politics. The politics are there, and we have to learn and equip ourselves with skills on how to navigate through and, get out stronger and better. So we can take 3 questions and then let Daktari answer, then take some more.
Okay, yes, mine is just asking about the dirty politics. I know we are calling them functional, but most of the times when in our careers, we are mainly surrounded by men, and their politics are very, very rough. And one of the key things I know I've been taught by some of my mentors is how to play politics like a lady and keep your cool. But the men sometimes are too rough, and it's too rough in there. So you are better off stepping aside and watching from a distance. How do you maneuver such high level political environment, especially that has a lot of men?
Now, James says that men are rough. Who said that? Now, stop fearing Jane. Be brave. There are women in this country who have been very brave, and we all know that. Very brave, and they have managed. They are doing well. It is the fear that makes us not do what we are supposed to do. And playing politics does not mean you become rude. Does not mean you backstab others. You simply are using your networks. You see, for example, personally, I play functional politics. I don't play dirty politics. And functional politics is where if I have something that I need done, I know in the network who will make it happen. If I realize that nobody is bothered about what I'm doing, I self-promote myself. I tell me, hey guys, my faculty is doing this, my faculty is doing the other. There's nothing wrong with that. And by the way, people like being associated with success. So if you are hardworking, if you are talented, if you do things, believe you me, Jane, people will listen to you. So you don't have to be as rough as men are. Being assertive does not mean you are masculine. We are still women. We must be feminine. But being feminine, I keep saying, does not also mean people downtrodden you. It doesn't mean people doing anything they want on you. And by the way, being masculine or feminine does not mean speaking in a low tone. You can be feminine, but you are authoritative, you are audible, yeah. So you can still be the feminine person that you are, but still play functional politics.
Let's say the person you report to, maybe it's a CFO. How do you play politics apart from doing what you're required to do, like work assignments? Do you that you're going overboard? How do you play?
Now, supposing you have CFO and you are a nice guy and these people are not very nice on you. Let me give you a story before I answer that question. Although you should not try this, but it worked, or it works sometimes. Now, there are people whose bosses will never want them to shine, okay? There are people like that. The boss is the only one who wants to shine. So the question is, because you must go up, how do you shine? Yet your boss does not want you to shine. There are many ways. And those are the ways I call in my book, which I'll introduce to you. You must be able to do some impression management that is positive, and you must be able to do some self-promotion. What does that mean? You must be able to let people know, to let your boss's boss know, it is you that is doing the work. That is not bad. You don't need to CC anybody, but you can look for ways of ensuring that they know. You can tweet, you can put on WhatsApp, say, hey guys, I achieved this. People read those things. So you must be able to go beyond, just as I said earlier, you need to go beyond where you are. You must build networks. And by then, without even doing that, if you have the networks beyond your department, even the secretaries will tell your boss, by the way, it is so-and-so who does this, So it is the networks that will help you grow. In short, that's the key thing.
Someone is asking, how do you ensure your ideas are not hijacked, especially in meetings? The foxes come in and phrase them as their ideas sometimes.
Yeah, I told you foxes are very clever. They manipulate you. This book I'm going to introduce to you also as a chapter on manipulation. How do you ensure people don't manipulate you? And if they manipulate you, you come out the better person. It is very simple. If someone hijacks your idea, you just need to ensure that you're there, and then because you're the one who knows it. You begin to use your networks for actually someone else to speak on your behalf. Self-promotion also. is where people speak on your behalf. You've already told a few people around you. You'll find that in the book. Sometimes you've even to manage the people that are coming to the meeting. So that the only ones that are coming to the meeting are the ones that you know are for you. You just manage them and then someone just asks a question. Says, by the way, a very hard question, only you can answer. Then the boss will ask, how comes you know that answer? You are like, oh, yeah, actually we did together. Don't say I did myself. Say we did together. Then from there, your idea will be yours.
So how do we handle dirty politics, especially where your colleagues feel that you're being favored?
You know, those are not dirty politics. If someone thinks I'm being favored, I think that is their problem. I've just played my politics well. As long as I'm hardworking, I'm talented, and I'm performing. Now, the problem comes when you are favored and you are mediocre. At the end of the day, you will fail. By the way, if you know, we normally say that if you go up the ladder the wrong way, you'll still fall one day. So whatever it is, if the person is mediocre, at the end they'll fall. No doubt about that.
Now, what about a situation where the most difficult person to navigate is the CEO himself, and he has an inner circle of a few men?
Very good. That is what I'm saying. Get to those men who are in the inner circle, so that when they speak to the CEO, they mention your name. That is functional politics. Build your networks around the people who wield the influence and the power.
All right. In a multicultural environment, how does one deal with ethnic and cultural politics?
Now, ethnic and cultural politics falls under, in my book, what I'm calling bullying. And I've given specific ways of how you can overcome bullying for your own good. Some people are bullied just because they belong to an ethnic. You'll see, for example, in the book, there's an example of a lady who was employed, and the guy was saying, I cannot employ this tribe because they are thieves. But she stayed there until she left because she stood her ground. Actually, when someone is against you because of your ethnicity, stand your ground, be courteous, and do your work. Within no time, they'll realize you're not bothered with the ethnic issues.
Okay. So can you avoid office politics and thrive? Someone is asking.
You can't. No, tell them you cannot, unless you are the boss. You are the owner. Hard work is good, talent is good, but you must play some office politics for you to go up.
Just a comment. Someone says one guy joined after me and played his politics very well. Now he has been promoted recently, you see. Actually, maybe avoiding politics is not a very good thing. You become the all. You know how to manage.
How do we survive the office politics which works against us, especially after change of regime in public companies? You suffer the wrath of association with the previous regimes where politics had worked quite well for you.
Yeah, that happens a lot. But you know, at the end of the day, you played politics with that particular person. This is a new person. You must start building your networks again, so that you also become, you know, you need to be seen to be the person who is actually going to introduce them to the organization, to tell them how it functions. In other words, you position yourself strategically with the incoming person, because everybody in the organization anyway was there before. So ensure that you become the focal person in terms of if they want to know something, they call you. If they want to know what happened, they call you. That way, you're building your networks with the new bosses. And then you thrive. I've seen one here, Violet.
Yes.
Positioning yourself is not ass leaking. Someone has asked that. When you position yourself, it does not mean you are worshiping the boss, you are ass leaking. No. Remember, you're playing functional politics. Positioning yourself means that you know you work hard, you are talented, you know who owns power, and you build that network. And by the way, functional politics have nothing to do with, I don't know who sees who after work, do what? No. Most women who play functional politics are very tough, by the way, even to approach for those kind of funny things. So positioning is not us leaking, whoever asked. If someone is asking, how do you deal with psychopaths?
Yes.
You know, psychopaths will always be there. Yeah. And what you have to do is to sometimes, in my view, just do some impression management on psychopaths. Show them you are together even though you're not. It's just impression management. The way they see you, that's not the way you are, but the way they see you, because psychopaths will always be there, and they don't go far, by the way. Yeah.
Okay. So, as Jane Berry is asking, it's unfortunate that sometimes when we play politics, rumors begin that hit women below the belt, and this is very common. When you get promoted as a woman, you'll be told rumors will start, going around that you're probably sleeping with a boss, especially if it's a man, and all those kind of funny things. So, how do people manage that?
Jane, I think you need to buy my book. My book has a chapter on gossip and rumors. How do you deal with them? And by the way, I keep saying there's a place I was telling some people in a conference, I think it's our conference, that if someone thinks you can sleep with the boss and get promoted, ask them to do it. We see whether they will be promoted. Basically, what I'm saying is just forget about what people are saying. That is why women are not even in the top level of leadership in this country. We are too careful. We are not brave. We are cowards. People start saying, "Oh, this one is doing this with the boss." I tell people, if you think that is the ticket, apply it. We see, because it is not. Just do your work and manage the rumors, manage the gossips, but let them not make you not do what you're supposed to do. But the book will tell you more strategies of how you can deal with the rumors and gossip if you have to thrive in your workplace.
Okay, so I think we've answered all of them. So, Dr. now you can tell us about the book, what it's going to teach people, how to get it, and also your contacts. How can people reach you? Those who want a one-on-one session, or maybe they would like you to speak to people in the organization as a group. Yes, please.
Okay, thank you very much. So I have 3 books, but this is my new book. This one, I hope you can see it. How to Thrive and Influence Your Workplace. And this book came out on Saturday. And I want to thank a few our members that have bought. Matilda has bought, Millicent KCB has bought, and a few others. And this book basically has quite a number of topics that there's workplace politics, there's gossip and cynicism, workplace bullying, workplace harassment, manipulation, how to deal with toxic employees, how to do impression management, and how to empower yourself and be responsible at the workplace. So basically, this book will help you understand how to thrive, not just survive, but thrive and influence your workplace. Because as I said earlier, there are things that happen and you must have strategies to deal with them. And this book is very practical. It is based on issues that have happened. Some people have given their stories of how some even had, someone used to kamote on them and they were fired, and all those kind of things. So this book will help you. And this book is on offer because it is just 1 week old. It's going for 1,000 shillings only, especially for our members. And that is excluding delivery. And by that, I want to thank those others who have bought there in Eldoret. Dr. Akinyi has bought, I'm sure she's online. Vera has bought quite a number. It came out on Saturday, but I've sold about 25. So it's at 1,000, excluding delivery. And if you need a copy, just give me a call on 0776 045 087, or just write a text or a WhatsApp message. Then we'll call you and give you the book. But I can assure you it is a book that any lady, not just lady, any employee should read, because I believe that we are overcoming COVID. I believe by mid-June we'll be out of this mess. People will go home because they cannot play functional politics. People will go home because they can't stand the rumors. People will go home because they are being manipulated. So this is a book for you. Get yourself a copy. We'll deliver. Don't worry about how will it be delivered. Someone is saying, I repeat my number. My number is 0776 045 087 or 0733 297 287. We will deliver with gloves. Don't worry, you will not have COVID. We've delivered quite a number on Wednesday. So thank you so much, guys. And if you want me to speak to your people, I also speak to employees. A 1 hour session on various employee issues or strategy issues. You can still call me on that number. I do it at a very fair price if need be. Sometimes I do them for free. sometimes.
Dr.
Like I'm
Mary,
doing now.
someone is based in
Yes.
Lagos and she would like 5 books. How does she get that?
They just go to Amazon and buy in Amazon. The book is in Amazon.
All right.
Yeah.